Hi, it's Frank.delrio here with Century 21, and welcome back to my video blog, your place online for real estate information, ideas, and how to get the most out of the real estate market. Today I want to talk with you about appraisals. We're seeing higher price appreciation here throughout our market, and we're starting to experience and run into appraisal problems. You know, I had the good fortune this past week of attending a workshop that my lender had for us, and he had one of their top appraisers with 20 years of experience come on out and share with us the things that are happening on their side of the business and how we can help each other with closing these transactions at the highest possible price for our clients. Appraisals are based on recent sales prices of comparable properties. And so in rising price markets right now, there's some sales prices that might not be high enough to support the newest deals coming out of the market. So you have to be prepared for that. I mean, the reality is the appraiser's only at your property for about 20-30 minutes at most, you know, whether you're selling or refinancing. So the best thing you can do to get the highest appraisal possible right now is to make sure that they have, and you supply them with all of the features, all of the benefits that your home and neighborhood have to offer. So at this workshop, I got a number of different ideas, but the ones that stood out the most were some ways to bolster your appraisal right now. So I wrote down 7 ways that you can actually improve the chances of getting a higher appraisal, or at least getting the value that you're looking for. In no order of importance, I wrote them down. I'm going to go through them with you. They're in the blog as well, the article, so feel free to take a look at those if you're considering doing anything with your property in the next year, recently, or you're doing something right now. Use these to your advantage. So the first one I wrote down is make sure your appraiser knows your neighborhood. You know, is the appraiser within a 10-mile radius of your property? If not, ask the lender that you'd like to request a local appraiser. You know, there's no guarantee they'll bring one out, but at least it's on their radar. And if they don't, have the information for your neighborhood and your property ready for that appraiser when they do show up. Number 2 I wrote down is provide your own comparables. You can provide the appraiser with at least 4 comparable properties that have closed within the last 90 days. Also 1 escrow, or what we in the industry call 1 pending, and 1 active property. You're going to save them some time and some energy to go find it themselves. Now at the same time, if you're doing a refinance and you don't have this information, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to get you what you need, okay? The third thing that I wrote down here was know what adds the most value to your home. We're always interested in increasing the value of our home, adding more to it. So if you're going to be doing some minor and major renovations, start with your kitchen, start with your bathrooms. These always help. If you're adding more square feet, make sure it's done with the proper permits. If you're enclosing a garage or an attic, get the permits on that. You know, and on the other things as well. You know, wood flooring, tile roofing, landscape, those go a long way. All right. The fourth thing I wrote down is document your upgrades and renovations. You know, anything you've done to fix up the property. You know, if you've put money in the house, prove it. Have before and after photos. Create a spreadsheet, you know, showing what was spent on the renovations. This way you can persuade the appraiser to turn in a number that far exceeds what is, you know, what he's calling out. And don't forget to highlight the structural improvements as well. Everyone forgets when they have they add to their electrical system, their air conditioning, their heating system. I mean, these are hard to see, and the appraiser surely doesn't see them. So they can dramatically boost up the appraisal, so make sure you show receipts for that as well. The fifth thing I wrote down here is talk up your town. You know, if there's some exciting new developments going on, let the appraiser know about them. Get some information. Have that available for them as well. Number 6, this is an easy one. Clean the house up. You know, even jaded appraisers can be swayed by a good-looking yard. You know, a good-looking interior. Do some tree trimming, spruce those flowers up, do some touch-up paint on the exterior and the interior. You know, get rid of all the clutter on the inside. It makes your home look appear even larger. Do a little bit of that. It goes a long way. And number 7, lastly, give the appraiser some space. You know, don't follow the appraiser around like a puppy. I can't tell you how many homeowners and listing agents or other agents in the industry follow them around in their own personal space during the inspection. You know, the appraiser takes this as a major red flag that there's something wrong with the house. Consider yourself on your job or your business. If someone was following you around, watching what you do, it's a little uncomfortable. Also, you kind of think, what's going on here? Is there something I need to be worried about? We don't want to have that type of effect on our appraiser as well. So keep that in mind. I mean, make it as pleasant as of an experience as possible for them. Have the house smelling real nicely. Bake some cookies. Maybe even offer them some cookies. Whatever you could do to help is going to go a long way. So, and it couldn't hurt, of course. I hope this information was helpful. These are the 7 ways you can bolster your appraisal right now. If you know someone who could use this information right now, do me a favor. Forward this email over to them, share the message with them. It helps get the word out there, and I greatly appreciate it. If I could ever do anything to help you with buying or selling or just making a decision on maybe what you should do in real estate, reach out to me. You can call me anytime. My cell phone number is 626-780-2705. Call me, text me, or send me an email, fdelrio@live.com. Thanks so much, and have a great day.